Hello, I'm Joe and welcome to the Sumo Jojo channel. Today we're talking about the first 5 days of the September Basho, so, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what happens, pause the video and come back when you're caught up. For the rest of you, we're going to be taking a look at the early leaders, who's doing poorly, the latest on Wakatakakage's chase for ozeki, and more coming up right now. Let's kick things off with a look at the lone undefeated leader, Hoshoryu. That toe injury that knocked him out of the July Basho doesn't appear to be bothering him. He's returned with a vengeance, easily running through his 5 opponents. The last time he started 5-0 was last November when he went 13-2 to finish runner-up to Kotozakura and start his run toward Yokozuna. Behind him, we have the 11 wrestlers who are just one back at 4-1. It's led off by the other Yokozuna, Onosato, who's off to another strong start. It's the 6th time in 7 tournaments he has at least 4 wins through the first 5 days. He's followed by ozeki Kotozakura, who's off to his hottest start since that aforementioned November championship. The others include Kirishima, Hiradoumi, Wakamoto Haru, Ura, Takanosho, Shodai, Churanoumi, Ryuden, and Tomokazi. Wakatakakage entered September needing 11 wins to reach the unofficial magic 33 wins mark to become an ozeki. Unofficially, a wrestler can earn a promotion to ozeki if they can get at least 33 wins over 3 consecutive tournaments while ranked in the lower Sanyaku. That means they're ranked as Kamusubi or Sekiwaki. Wakatakakage lost to Hakuoho on day 1 and Tamawashi on day 3, 2 wrestlers who he's had historic success against. If he wants to reach 11 wins, he has a tough road ahead with most of the Sanyaku still on his slate. These include difficult matchups against Hoshoryu, Onosato, Kotozakura, and Kirishima. Speaking of Kirishima, an ozeki run isn't out of the question for him. He's off to another hot start. He's won 19 in the last 2 tournaments, and if he can go on a perfect run to close the tournament, 14-1 gets him to 33. Is it possible? Sure. Is it likely? Not really. 13 wins is his career high, and he still has Honosato ahead, who is 7-0 against him. As for our July champion, Kotoshoho is 2-3 after day 5, but asking for another 10-bout winning streak to close out the tournament with stiffer competition is going to be a tall order. The Ukrainian phenom Al Nishiki is off to his slowest start since coming up to the top division. Losses to Onosato and Oho have him at 3-2. He's looked good, but his opponents are starting to adapt to some of those nifty moves that earned him wins in the past. At the opposite end of the rainbow, 4 fighters are 0-5. Nishikigi, Gonoyama, Abi, and Takayasu are all winless at this point in the tournament. For Takayasu, this is his worst start since March 2020. He doesn't appear to have the power or ferocity he's typically known for. If recent history is any indication, he's dealing with some sort of injury, maybe his back again, and that's preventing him from attacking at full strength. Speaking of injury updates, Takeru Fuji has missed all 5 of his matches after undergoing surgery to repair his torn bicep. He'll likely miss the whole tournament, which means he's destined for another demotion to Juryo come November. Longtime Makuuchi staple Endo is out for another tournament after undergoing ACL reconstruction surgery. At Juryo 3 East, he'll most likely be demoted to Makushita for the next tournament. Alright, let's take a look at how my predictions are holding up. Will Wakatakakage earn a promotion to ozeki? I said he would if he could pull off some tough wins, and he's definitely going to need to do that. At 3-2, he's going to need to be nearly perfect these next 10 days to secure 11 wins. Will any fighter from Magashira 10 or lower reach 10 wins? I said Daisho seemed like a no-brainer. Well, I was wrong. His calf injury isn't healing as quickly as I had hoped. He's 1-4 so far, and you can tell that's still bothering him since he hasn't been able to generate as much power in his attacks. Right now, trying to finish with 7 wins seems like a more reasonable goal. Will Tamawashi return to the Sanyaku in November? He needs a winning record to become the first 40-year-old to be promoted to the Sanyaku in 90 years. I said no, he wouldn't in my predictions, but he's not in a terrible spot right now. So far he's been battling the Sanyaku, and picking up a pair of wins puts him in a pretty decent spot. If he could sneak in a third win against Kirishima or Ao Nishiki, that would put him at 3-4, and he'll have an easier schedule ahead of him. So who's winning this whole thing? I picked Onosato. He had a narrow loss to Hakuoho on day 4, but he's still in the mix. And if he doesn't fall back into going backwards again, he'll definitely put up big numbers in the win column. Before we wind down, I have a small self-promotion. If you're in the Denver area and want to come watch some sumo wrestling and have some beer, come join me at Copper Kettle Brewing Co on Wednesday, September 25th at 6:30 p.m., where we'll be watching highlights from days 1 through 5. I'll put the details below. So, who do you think will step up in the next 5 days? And is your pre-tournament Yusho prediction still good? Leave your comments below and like and subscribe. We'll be back in 5 days with the latest updates after day 10. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.